Hey, what's Poce? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. So throughout Genshin's history, obviously we've had many banners, many units, right? I've summoned on a fair amount of them, right? And I thought today, just for fun, we just talk about some of the, I guess, characters that I kind of sort of regret not summoning on, either initially or at all, right? And I am eagerly waiting for their reruns. So yeah, let's talk about my top 5 most regrettable non-summons or skips in Genshin Impact history. Well, first one, let's first talk about a few honorable mentions. First one is Sayu. Obviously I have Sayu now, but like Sayu is just a absolute, force of nature. Just in the sense that, I mean, she's like basically a discounted Jean. She's not anything crazy, like combat wise, but this role thing, it saved me so much time. It's one of the best things in the game. So yeah, I didn't summon on Sayu's initial banner. I never really had a chance to get her until the very recent Ayaka banner that is going to continue until the end of time, which is not that long, I guess. The end of time. But yeah, Sayu definitely regretted not pulling for her initially, and very happy to be a Sayu haver now at this moment. So number 5 over here, it's Yoimiya's banner. And look, Yoimiya, at the time when Yoimiya first released, right? I mean, everyone thought she was kind of whatever. And to be fair, it was slightly fair, right? I'm not saying she's bad or she was bad or whatever, but she was just an average, 5-star damage dealer, right? Nothing too special, very obviously single target oriented. But now, and again, not my fault initially, but now we actually have a lot of really nice buffs for Yoimiya. One big one being Yunjin's a really nice buff. It got a new artifact and such, and it does look like Hoyoverse is trying to continue to buff Yoimiya to an extent, right? And it's just that her banner has not come back in a very long time. I actually do like her personality, but not so much her character design, but she is a really, a nice, fun character, and it kind of sucks that it didn't pull on her initially. But again, to be fair to myself, at the time, gems obviously was always going to be an issue. I mean, the main reason why I didn't pull for any of these characters is that I don't have gems. If I had gems, I'd pull for all of them, but I don't at all times, so it is what it is. But yeah, can't wait for Yoimiya's rerun. It's going to be great. Again, with all these new buffs to Yoimiya, these really fun comps that you could run with her, right? Whether it's, again, with Yunjin or a dual DPS comp with, like, with Ayato could be fun as well, right? So can't wait for her to rerun and hopefully get her this time, I guess. The next one I kind of regretted not pulling for initially, which I do have now, right? I corrected that mistake, is Venti, right? Obviously Venti being the first ever banner in the game, well, first limited banner, right? Kind of sucks I didn't pull for him initially. Kind of sucks I didn't pull for his rerun. So not only did I skip him, I skipped him twice. Look, I just initially wasn't a huge fan of the guy's character, but this guy, he's just so fun, man. He's just so fun. His Q is one of the most chaotic things in the game. Just throw that thing out, suck everyone in, and you destroy them. It's so fun, especially in the overworld, honestly, right? If you're doing like ley lines and stuff, a lot of the enemies are small. They get sucked in, boom, like you don't even have to do anything, right? Just do like, I don't know, throw in like a bit of elemental damage to infuse, in, and then they get absolutely obliterated. It's just super funny watching them struggle in this like big, like I don't even know what this is, tornado thing, right? Very funny. I skipped him twice, but thankfully I did eventually pick him up, and I definitely do not regret picking this guy up, after his third or second rerun, third banner. Next one for me is Itto. It's just unfortunate, when Itto first came out, I was just really busy IRL with like a lot of school stuff and whatever, so I didn't really have too much time playing Genshin. And I saw his trailer and I was kind of whatever. This guy looks kind of whatever. Looks very uninteresting. But through some events here and there, he does seem like a very fun character. And he's just a really great geo damage dealer. And as a person pushing the geo is actually not as bad as Electro Propaganda. He's definitely a unit that I need to have on the team to help with that personal agenda. hopefully he'll be back soon, right? Hopefully he'll be back soon, but very, very much looking forward to playing. Like the few times actually gave us a chance to, you know, use him in trials or whatever. He felt fun to play with, except the builds that they gave him were kind of whatever, right? But I definitely do. I just want to run full Geo teams, man. Full Geo teams are so cool. They're so cool, right? Especially with Goro as well, which I also don't have. That's another one I regret skipping out on. Although, you know, 4-star. I don't regret skipping out 4-stars for the sake of, because I've been burned summoning for 4-stars before on 5-stars banners, and I've learned my lesson. But look at this guy, man. Just very, very fun play style, all that stuff. I guess the only downside is I do have to count this stuff, which I'm really bad at. But anyways, regardless, can't wait for him to rerun as well. Gonna be great. And I'm already pre-farming him. Another character that I initially didn't pull on, but also very, very much regret that decision is Kokomi. And this, obviously, Kokomi at the time had, like, you know, pretty big controversy. People were hating on her because she can't crit or whatever, this and that. And I was never part of that crowd per se. I went through the Inazuma story and I was very, very underwhelmed by Kokomi's, like, I really did not like her character at all, right? But I, you know, after actually trying her out a bit, here and there, I've actually really wanted to, you know, pull her, because, like, she's just so good. Like, she's one character that I 100% do not regret pulling on at all, right? She's just such a nice, you know, easy character to slot into teams, and just instantly just helps your team so much, right? Especially in freeze teams, obviously with Ayaka, right? Put on a Thrilling Tales dragon, you know, a Thrilling Tales book, give her tenacity, get the extra, you know, damage boost on the E, constantly applies hydro to freeze your opponents, right? And she's just not on field that long, right? You don't have to have her on field that long to make her very, very effective. It's just a very, very nice to use character. Incredibly nice to use character. Oh, also fantastic heals as well, by the way, of course. And yeah, she's not a character you really need to damage to, you know, be very, very effective in your team. Which, again, I never thought she really needed to do damage. It's just people freaked out at the time. But also, I didn't really like her. But I actually do like her story quest a lot. Although, to be fair, it wasn't so much herself, right? In the story quest, it was more so the other environmental, like, societal factors that were in the story quest that I thought was very, very good, which did prompt me to pull her, and I've definitely not regretted pulling her. Definitely have not regretted pulling her at all. So fantastic unit that I initially missed on, but I'm sure as hell glad I did not miss on again. All right, so the one I regret missing out or skipping on the most is the Kazuha banner. And I was so close. I was so close to pulling on Kazuha's banner initially. Obviously, Kazuha's a unit everyone knows. Fantastic. One of the best units in the game, right? As a support, incredibly powerful. The extra elemental damage bonus he gives, really, really good. Obviously, 4-piece VV, because, you know, Nemo, all that stuff, the little crowd control. There's so many. He's such a great unit. And I really liked the design. I'm a huge fan of the Maple Leaf, and it's not because I'm Canadian. I just like Maple Leaf just cause, right? It's so super cool design. He looks fantastic. I slightly can't stand how slow he speaks, but that aside, right? Really sad story, all that stuff. The only reason I did not pull for him initially was just because I was trying to save gems for Ayaka. As an icon, oh, man, you gotta understand, his banner was right before Ayaka's, right? So I had to just save my gems for Ayaka. Thankfully, I got pretty, you know, relatively lucky on the Ayaka banner, right? So it's kind of sucks even more that I didn't pull on Kazuha, just because I you know, I saved gems for Ayaka, but I didn't really need that many. Turns out, but oh well. Regardless. Oh my god, I can't wait. Please rerun Kazuha. Please rerun Kazuha soon. I'm so sad I missed out on him. He's so good, man. Like, again, outside of just being a fantastic, you know, unit, just really nice character overall. I love his character design. I like what they did with his hair, his outfit, all that stuff. Just, oh, it looks so cool. Man, all these animations. Oh, no. It is what it is, man. Sometimes you miss out on stuff, and boom, a year later, they still don't get reran. Honestly, they should do like those 4 banners per update, right? Just so units rerun faster. Just so units rerun faster. Like the whole like a unit takes like a year to rerun is it's too much, man. It's like. But anyways, that's me in this one, I guess. Hope y'all and gentlemen, guys, think in the comments down below. Let me know, guys, you know, which units you guys regret skipping out on, right? I'm sure there's plenty out there. Very, very tearful stories of certain banners and characters that you initially wanted to go for, but maybe you didn't, or you didn't go for initially and then you regretted on it later on. I have plenty, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have fun, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next one then.